Ladies and gentlemen of Bill's Mafia, gather round your screens, crank up the volume on WGR 550, and grab a wing from Duff's because tonight, we're diving headfirst into the heart of the storm that's been raging through this 2025 season. This is your boy, the voice of the faithful, coming at you live from the frozen tundra of Highmark Stadium. Or at least, that's where my spirit is right now, tailgating with the Pinto Ron crew, smashing tables and chanting "Shout!" A little bit softer now, before we roar it back louder than a snowplow in Orchard Park. Bill's Mafia, are you with me? Because after that gut-wrenching, sack-filled, heart-stopping Thursday night thriller down in Houston against the Texans, we need to talk. We need to scream. We need to remind ourselves why we're the wildest, most unbreakable fan base in the NFL. This loss. It stings like a bad batch of Anchor Bar sauce, but it's fuel, baby. Fuel for the fire that's burned since the AFL days, through 4 straight Super Bowl gut punches, and straight into the Josh Allen supernova era. Let's go Buffalo. Alright, let's break it down, Mafia, because you deserve the full, unfiltered recap of this 2025 nightmare unfolding before our eyes. The Buffalo Bills, our boys in blue and red, marched into NRG Stadium riding the ghosts of a season that's been nothing short of a roller coaster from hell. And yeah, the Texans. They've got the league's top-ranked defense, a pack of wolves led by that relentless Will Anderson Jr. and shutdown corner Derek Stingley Jr., but let's be real, this wasn't just a loss to Houston. This was a dagger to the soul of a franchise that's clawed its way back from the abyss time and again. Final score. A razor-thin heartbreaker, but it felt like a beatdown from the wide right curse itself. Josh Allen, our MVP warrior, our cannon-armed gladiator, dropped back to pass and got buried under 8 sacks, turning what could have been a shootout into a survival scramble. The Bills fought, scratched, and clawed to the red zone in the final moments, but a critical 4th down pick sealed it. Houston hasn't tasted defeat against us in over a decade, not since the J.P. Losman wildcard days when we were still dreaming of relevance. But hold up, before the despair sets in fully, remember this, we had a miracle in the making. A 27-yard 4th down conversion that had Bills Twitter exploding with Boise State memes, harking back to that legendary trick play from Josh's college glory days. Mafia, that was pure poetry. Allen slinging it, Khalil Shakir hauling it in after a lateral from Joshua Palmer, with Dawson Knox throwing a textbook pick route to spring it free. For a split second, the comeback felt real. The Mafia in the stands, those diehards who flew down from Buffalo, Zubaz on, wings in hand, were losing their minds. But then, the collapse. Another 4th down, another dream deferred. Kalen Bullock snags the pick on Palmer, who freezes like he saw a ghost of the Music City Miracle, and just like that, the air rushes out of the stadium like a Deflategate scandal. Frustrating. Understatement of the year. But we're Buffalo. We eat frustration for breakfast with a side of sarcasm and a sponge candy chaser. Now, let's zoom in on our quarterback, because if there's one constant in this chaos, it's Josh Allen, the man who makes grown defenders weep and highlight reels immortal. 8 sacks. Yeah, that's on the O-line. Shout out to Deion Dawkins for battling like a beast, but those blindside rushes from Anderson Jr. had Josh dancing in the pocket like he was dodging snowdrifts in a January blizzard back home. Post-game, our MVP didn't sugarcoat it. I can hear his gravelly voice now, that mix of fire and humility that's pure Western New York. It ain't fun, folks. I took some of those sacks myself. Gotta get better at dumping the ball quick, giving the guys another shot. Too many times I was backpedaling, trying to make the impossible happen. We gotta clean that up, press him deep, let the playmakers eat. Josh, if you're listening, and I know you are, because you're one of us, keep that fire. You're the reason we believed in 2017's drought-busting playoff return, the spark that turned a 17-year curse into contention. Remember that 1992 comeback against the Oilers? Down 3-0 in the 4th quarter of the divisional round, Frank Reich channeling divine intervention for 40 unanswered points. That's the DNA you carry, brother. And that 4th down bomb. Genius from Joe Brady, lateral to Palmer, hook to Shakir, Knox sealing the edge like a human snowblower. Kyle Krabs from A to Z NFL nailed it. Houston's cover 1 got exposed, their corners bit on the inside routes, Stingley chased the wrong ghost, and boom, 27 yards of, are you kidding me? Magic. Only 12 teams have pulled off a 25-plus yard 4th down conversion since '78, and with Allen under center? We'd bet the farm on 13. But then the sequel, 3rd and 1, Anderson Jr. nearly picks Shakir on a mesh concept that had him wide open for 6. Dawkins jumps early on fourth, and the die's cast. Palmer stops cold on that deep crosser. Bullock reads it like a safety in a snow globe, and it's over. Fast forward to Sean McDermott's process, drafting gems like James Cook, who's bursting through holes this year like he owns the backfield, or Von Miller, when healthy, twisting O-lines into pretzels. RD. McDermott's schemes turned Highmark into a cauldron last season, sacking Mahomes in the snow like it was personal. Tyler Bass. That leg's gold, booming 50-yarders when the wind howls. And the rebuild? Brandon Beane's wizardry brought us from 6 to 10 irrelevance to perennial contenders. This Texans tilt? It echoes the 13-second miracle loss to the Bengals in 22. Down to the wire, Allen Magic, then poof. Or the 99 Music City gut punch, Frank Wycheck's lateral sealing our fate. Wild. Unapologetic. The ones who turned a 35-3 deficit into legend against Houston back in 92. Wing prices spiking at Duff's? Blame the passion. It's worth every penny. Looking ahead, Mafia, this is the pivot. Predictions. We rattle off 3 straight, starting with a bloodbath over the Pats, where Cook feasts and Allen carves them up for 350 and 3 scores. Bass nails a game winner from 55 in the wind. Vaughn disrupts Fields or whoever they trot out. Playoffs. Wild card locked if we go 10-7, but seed number 3? Possible with this talent. Super Bowl quest. It's not derailed, it's delayed. Remember 17? We ended the drought, hosted Houston in the wild card. Poetic justice awaits. The path steeper, sure, Ravens, Chiefs lurking, but Allen's got that dual-threat sorcery, McDermott's got the schemes, and we've got the Mafia turning Highmark into a blizzard of noise. One bad night doesn't define us. It ignites US, oh here's the close, Bills Mafia. Dust off the shovels, fire up the grills, blast, shout, till the neighbors complain. We've lost Super Bowls, we've lost miracles, but we've never lost the fight. Josh Allen's our beacon, Orchard Park's our fortress, and Super Bowl glory? It's coming, maybe not this year, but soon, and with a vengeance that'll echo from the AFL to eternity. Charge the field in your hearts, smash a table for the fallen dreams, and let's turn this frustration into fury. Let's go Buffalo. F-Troop. One Bills drive, forever wild. This is your anchor signing off. Stay passionate, stay loud. Go Bills!